Hi everyone. So today I'm going to educate you about the biggest Amazon KDP scams that exist, so you are aware of them and can avoid them in your own Amazon KDP journey. So recently someone emailed me and gave me all sorts of crazy data of what have happened to them in their own Amazon KDP journey, and I got permission to share it with you. So I'm going to start off with what this person said. So he said, I've been doing KDP for 2 years now and have spent $100,000 and made less than $20,000. I'm still working on it in hopes that maybe it will be successful, but sometimes I wonder if it is getting too saturated. Thank you for your valuable information. I love your honesty and integrity. So when I first read this email some days ago, I was completely shocked that I didn't even know how to respond to this person. It was actually quite sad for me, and this is the worst I'd ever seen it. So someone spends $100,000 on Amazon KDP stuff, courses, coaching, virtual assistants, all that stuff, and he's made $20,000. So he's lost 5 times his investment. So it's really, really sad to see, but it honestly just gets worse. So then he says it all added up to over $100,000. The books only do maybe $500 or less a month. So that's really, really little, not a lot, especially after spending over $100,000. Then he says, you're right, I just need to niche down and find a couple of good niches. The books were all high content, no medium content or low content. So this is what he said after talking back and forth a little bit, and I was giving him advice on what to do. And one of my biggest tips always is to niche down. Don't go for the biggest niches, don't go for the biggest selling books. Those are all saturated, so you need to niche down and find the small golden nuggets. That's where real money is at, okay? So then he also says, my expenses were an accumulation of over 2 years. And this included book promotion, so he paid people to promote his book. He had an ads management team that was recommended to him by this person. He spent thousands and thousands on Amazon ads. He hired a VA management team to manage his entire account. He hired coaches, he hired review teams and companies for that and other things. So this is quite crazy. If you're new to Amazon KDP, I highly recommend not getting any of these things. I think Amazon KDP should be done on a gradient, on a slow but steady basis. And here's just my solutions to each of these points of where he spends his money. So when it comes to book promotions, I would say work on your SEO to rank organically. So Cleo and I have sold over 200,000 books on Amazon since we started our own publishing journey in 2019. And pretty much all of them have come from just focusing on Amazon KDP with organic sales and Amazon ad sales. We've hardly done anything outside of Amazon, so that alone will be good enough. So then Amazon ads were definitely a big part of our success. So if you have the budget for it, try that. But for books promotion, you can also make short videos on TikTok and other short content video platforms. And then I would also recommend trying Pinterest. I've seen a lot of people having success with Pinterest as well, so that's something you can try. Then when it comes to Amazon ads management teams, I would say totally skip that. Avoid paying anyone to run your Amazon ads. Before you hire anyone to do anything, you need to be really well educated in that subject, because if you're not, you don't know if they're doing a good job or a bad job. So before you hire someone, get educated, get your training yourself so you can see if they know what they're talking about, okay? And with Amazon ads especially, I would say start slow, don't waste, learn with time. So Amazon ads can be quite a steep learning curve, especially if you get into all of the fine details and all of the different settings and all the different campaign types and the different structures. So I would recommend taking it easy, learning on the gradients, do it step by step. And the first thing you would want to start with is the automatic campaigns. Those are truly the easiest to set up, the easiest to manage, and the easiest to run overall. And once you feel comfortable with that, then you can move on to keyword campaigns and category campaigns and async campaigns and all these other things. Now, Amazon ads, the way you can learn that is by watching YouTube tutorials, but also the Amazon ads website has many great blog posts. They have also tutorials on their website. The Amazon ads team actually has their own YouTube channel with some tutorials on how to create the different campaigns. And I myself have done many videos about Amazon ads too that you can find on my channel. So definitely learn it for free. You don't need to pay for that. Just learn in your own pace. So next he says, so ads, my point on spending thousands and thousands on ads is that you should only spend thousands and thousands of dollars on your Amazon ads if you are breaking even or making a profit on those ads. So if you're losing money on your ads, if you're not getting any sales, if you're just getting clicks and high spend, that is not the time to be spending thousands and thousands of dollars. So all your totally unprofitable campaigns, I would just pause them so you don't continue losing money on those. Amazon ads is all about finding out what's working and then doing more of what's working well and doubling down on that. And whatever isn't working, doing less of that or even fully pausing that, because wasting money on Amazon ads doesn't do anyone any good. So next, on the hired a VA management team, I would just say, why would you hire a management team? You should do Amazon KDP yourself. And if you're on a budget, you should learn everything yourself anyways. So learn every single step, from creating a KDP account to uploading a book to creating a cover, uploading your interior, creating your book interior, launching your book, creating Amazon ads, choosing an author name, choosing book categories, choosing your book title, subtitle, the pricing of the book. All of that you should learn. And the best way to learn is by actually doing it. So I would recommend doing a few books. No matter what you want to publish, start with doing like notebooks or planners or journals or just the easiest books, so you can get your feet wet and you can gain experience. Once you've published a few books, you will have more confidence and more certainty about the entire Amazon KDP journey. And with the first books, I wouldn't even have any expectations to get any sales. My only expectation for you would be to get familiar with the entire process with Amazon KDP, how you create a book, how you upload a book, and how you launch a book, and how you create Amazon ads. Once you understand the basics and the foundation of Amazon KDP, it will be much, much easier, and it won't be as intimidating and won't be as overwhelming for you. So once you've gotten past the first book or the first few books, then I would start considering putting more time and effort into those books and really start trying to rank organically with those books and, do Amazon ads and try and do really, really well. Then hired coaches, I would say learn everything yourself. Obviously, Clear and I have created a course, but our course is also really, really cheap. It has 80 videos, 20 of them on Amazon ads. But I would only recommend this to someone if they've already done courses that didn't work for them, or if they just want to speed up their journey and lower the learning curve. But it is totally unnecessary. You don't need to have a course, and I've told everybody this. So if you don't have money for it, if you don't want a course, I think that's good. So learn on YouTube, learn on Google, ask questions on Facebook. You can ask questions in my Facebook group. I try to answer all of them myself. So all the data is totally available. Also, the Amazon KDP help pages, there's a lot of valuable information there. I always recommend people checking that out. So learn it on your own pace, trial and error. Just learn something, try and applying it to your Amazon KDP business, watch more YouTube videos, etc. And there's one thing to keep in mind here is if you like one particular YouTube channel, but you're not making any results after watching many of them, then maybe you're learning incorrect advice, or maybe you're not applying it correctly. So if something isn't changing in your statistics, if you're not getting more book sales, I would look into that to see why that is. And then next here, we have the review team and companies. I would say that you don't have to pay for reviews, and you don't need to get fake reviews, and you don't need to participate in any of those black hat tactics. Claire and I have sold over 200,000 books since we started with our Amazon KDP journey. And for vast majority of them, we never had any reviews when we launched our books. So this is clearly not needed. All right, so next the person emailed me and he said, I bought a coaching plan for 6,000 plus 2,000 course. Then I hired a virtual assistant management team that I met on the Facebook group, 2,000 per month plus expenses from Upwork freelancers. They hired about 1,000 to 2,000 per month for work. Then I hired a couple of ads management companies from the group, $600 to $800 per month. And a ghostwriting company from his group that also did a niche finding research, writing description, A+ content, author bio, cover, etc. for about 15 books. That alone was $40,000. Then the ad spend cost $2,000 a month and about $1,500 to $2,000 per book for review ads on Facebook. So that's also just totally crazy, spending thousands for training, then thousands for your VA management team, then hundreds for people to run your Amazon ads, which made no profit, and then all this other stuff. So just, totally not needed. I really recommend doing Amazon KDP in a gradient, step by step. Learn one thing, then learn the next thing, and keep getting better slowly over time. Amazon KDP is not a get-rich-quick business. When you see those thumbnails on YouTube with $10,000, $100,000, $1 million, totally fake, complete BS. And most of these people are not even doing Amazon KDP anymore because they're making more money on YouTube, or making more money with their courses, or making more money with their affiliate sales, or some of them have actually even gotten their accounts suspended or banned on Amazon KDP, so they can't even publish anymore. So don't believe everything you see online. Fake news does exist. And unfortunately with Amazon KDP, this is very much the case also, at least with some people. There's definitely good people on YouTube. I've made my recommendations before. And one thing I always recommend is looking for the smaller channels, because the smaller channels are really hungry to get views and to get subscribers. So they're more likely to share all of the good details with you that you actually want to learn. All right, so next thing this person told me in email is, so after 2 years of these expenses, it all adds up. I truly can't believe it. Also offers an extra coaching for around $6,000. So once again, $6,000 for coaching, I think is really expensive. And until you have some confidence with your own Amazon KDP journey, I wouldn't even pay for any coaching. I would just get familiar with the entire process yourself and then just take it from there. The next he says, so yes, it is important that some of us that has had this experience should warn others about some of these pitfalls that could happen. This is definitely not a get rich quick. That's why I was so happy and relieved that you also did a YouTube video about this. So this is why I'm making this video now, is because he did feel like that people should know about this to see the worst case scenarios, and that Amazon KDP is not get rich quick, and that this is, you know, a really unlucky and unfortunate experience that he has had. But there's more people like him. He's not the only one, which is the sad part. And then the video he's talking about that I made recently is called KDP Lies. And if you're interested in watching that, I highly recommend it. This is a video where I talk about the biggest Amazon KDP lies that are spread online, on Facebook, on YouTube, and just in general. And then what the actual true data is for each of these points. So someone told him that he has had another student that also spent $75,000 on his KDP business from the same course and has no profits also. So just imagine that. You spend $75,000 between the coaching, a course, and hiring virtual assistants and management teams, and you have zero profits. Completely devastating, very sad to see. I really hope that less people fall into these traps. So then he says, I've heard from others that they have used their entire life savings. I mean, can you even imagine that? Taking your entire life savings on some scam, or maxed out credit cards. I mean, also maxing out credit cards, that's also not the best thing, especially if you have no returns. So he says it's heartbreaking to hear such stories. And I totally agree. And that's why I'm making this video, because I think this should be known so less people fall for these kinds of things. So now I want to talk some other scams that you can find with Amazon KDP in general, and this is specifically related to Amazon KDP Facebook groups. And Cleo and I manage a few Facebook groups, and with our public one, we constantly see all of these scams. Here you can see one person trying to promote some get rich quick thing. I don't even know what he's talking about, but this we get every single day. Then we have some person posting fake money, and I don't even know what this person is saying. It's in different language. Then here you always have these people saying, I can help you bring sales on Kindle books, guaranteed results, let me know if anyone interested. But the thing is, why is someone messaging you if they can give you guaranteed results? You know, it's very odd. If they're getting best results, they would have their own Facebook group where they can honestly teach people. They would maybe have a YouTube channel honestly showing transparently their results and how to do it. Or they would be sharing posts on Facebook with actual tips, not just this kind of stuff. And this is also what you see often in people's direct messages and inboxes. I get messages all the time of people getting all sorts of weird spammy messages in their inboxes. Here another example is 2 years account for sale, DM if interested. And I've always said that I'm not a big believer of selling KDP accounts or buying KDP accounts. And there's actually a thing in the Amazon KDP terms that actually prevents you from selling an account unless you actually properly follow their rules. And this is something that's never talked about in the videos you see on YouTube about selling your KDP accounts. So there are things that you need to do before you sell your KDP accounts, including notifying Amazon. And you can read the fine print on the Amazon terms and conditions, and you'll find it there. So you don't just sell your accounts. And then also, I've never been a big fan of selling your account, because if you actually have a good Amazon KDP account, then if you sell it, you're going to get about 36 to 45 times your monthly revenue profits. So that's like about 3 years, maybe 4 years max. So if you think about that, and if you, for example, have a Amazon KDP account that can sell for $1 million just for easy math, then no matter what country you live in, you're going to have a much higher tax bracket. So if you have $1 million income, probably 40%, maybe 50% will go straight to the government on taxes. So now you've wasted 50% of the money for the sale. And in addition to that, now you have no more passive income. So if you logically look at this, if you have an account that you can sell for a lot of money, you only get on average about 3 years worth of profits on that account, but then you need to pay taxes on that. So it's realistically only 1 or 2 years of profits in advance, and then you have no more income coming in. So you might as well keep your Amazon KDP account and continue to get the Amazon royalties coming in. You'll make much more money that way. And if it's less money you make every single month or yearly compared to selling an account, you can also do much better management on your taxes for your income. So I would highly recommend keeping your Amazon KDP account and not selling it. And instead, if you feel like you've done really well with one account, create another LLC and create another Amazon KDP account and just keep building that. All right, so one thing I want to mention here is that recently Cleo and I started our own community on our own websites. So just to create an alternative to Facebook groups, just for people to get away from the scams and the spam that's happening on Facebook. So if you want to just ask you questions about Amazon KDP in a distraction-free place, you can feel free to go to community.selfpublishingtitans.com, and you can literally ask any and all of your questions there, and one of us will answer every single question that is asked there, because we truly just want to help you. So if you need help with Amazon KDP and you want to ask us questions directly, you can do so right here, and we'll answer every single question. All right, so on our website, selfpublishingtitans.com, we have 10 different free tools. So if you're just starting out with Amazon KDP, I encourage you to check out the free tools that we have and see how they can benefit you on your own Amazon KDP journey. So Cleo and I started in 2019, and we're constantly adding more and more free resources and tools. Some of them are paid, but we keep adding more and more free ones because we really want to help the KDP community as a whole. So that is really what we wanted to do. And just to share some of our own results. So our first account we started in April 2019, and that account has done 44,000 sales. And that account, we have almost turned off all the ads. And then our second account, we started in December 2019. And here you can see we had a huge spike. And this is actually when one of our books hit the top 100 BSR on Amazon.com for a few days. So that was really cool to see. That was our best selling book ever. And between our two accounts, we have sold over 220,000 books. So I'm really trying to be transparent and share our experience and share our knowledge so you can also benefit from that and do better with your own Amazon KDP journey. So I hope you found this video useful. Let me know down in the comments below what videos you want to see next, and then subscribe to my channel, and then I'll see you soon. Bye.